Hi there. Welcome to this discussion of am I an alcoholic? That's a question I get asked often. Am I an alcoholic? I'm not really sure why I'm asked the question. I suppose people are actually worried, but if they're worried, then does it really matter? People seem to get very hung up on the diagnosis, am I an alcoholic? And the question I always ask them is, well, is it causing you a problem? You're obviously asking me this question for a reason, so the reason is normally somebody's suggested you're an alcoholic, or alternately, things are happening in your drinking that you're really worried about. So, does it really matter if you're an alcoholic? Do you have to wait till you're an alcoholic before you change your life? For example, to look at a different field altogether, if you've got crushing pain in your chest, do you have to be reassured that you're having a heart attack before you would get your doctor to have a look at it? It doesn't make a great deal of sense. If you're having a problem with your drink, you're having a problem with your drink. People get hung up on the diagnosis. The word alcoholic doesn't really mean much anyway. Very few people actually use it now, even to diagnose. It's a shorthand. People usually talk about being dependent on alcohol. By dependent on alcohol, what that generally means is when you stop drinking, do you have withdrawal symptoms? Withdrawal symptoms such as do you shake, do you sweat, do you have the DTs? Other withdrawals may be that you just feel anxious, you feel panicky, you feel uncomfortable, you find it difficult to speak to people. These are dependency symptoms. But there can be many things that are happening in your life that makes it a good idea that you actually change. Are you having problems with your relationships? Is your wife threatening to leave you? Is your wife unhappy? Do you have the talk at the door, please don't drink too much this evening? Please don't make a fool of yourself tonight. Please don't get drunk. If this is happening, then yeah, it sounds as if you have a problem. Do you have less money than you would like to have because you're spending a lot on drink? Or are you spending a lot of time in a bar? Are you spending a lot of time when you could be doing other things? Are you getting warnings from your boss? Is your job on the line? Are you being unproductive? Do you feel ashamed of yourself? These are all questions that you should ask yourself. Am I an alcoholic? It's a shorthand for it. But you don't have to be an alcoholic before you do something. In fact, waiting till you're actually a full-blown dependent alcoholic drinker really doesn't make a great deal of sense. It's a bit like having an illness and waiting till it's terminal before you actually go to the doctor. So, am I an alcoholic? The question you should be asking is, do I have a problem? And if you do have a problem, then maybe it's time you did something about it. You can find out more about this at www.247helpyourself.com.